Hello and welcome to the news. Good evening. The governorship election, which was held on the November 8th, 2025 in Anambra State, was held successfully for a lot of vote buying during the exercise. Governorship election in Onitsha North, South, Oka North and South local government area were married by low, high and medium turnout and reports of widespread vote buying despite earlier efforts by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and several civil society ground to encourage voters' participation. Many polling units in Onitsha South, Onitsha North recorded far fewer and high voters than expected. Observers and eyewitnesses reported several cases of vote buying alleged linked to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Some voters were said to have received as much as 10,000 naira in exchange for their votes at different polling units.
What's your name?
Honorable Marcel. Is my name. APC chairman.
Okay, what I'm seeing around now, what do you see concerning this election?
What, of course, you can see the entire exercise is still ongoing. And I hope it continues this way. So for now, there's no any problem. My prayer is that we end it up this way. And of course, the normal thing is that let the move on. So one guy's the wish of wishes of the people and what the moment we are able to display
Okay, are you promising us that there will be a peaceful election?
So you've already seen this peaceful, and that's why I said I hope it continues. For now, I don't think anybody has any reason. Let's hope it continues the way it is now.
Okay,
That's my prayer.
thank you.
Okay,
can you tell us what is actually happening in your polling units? Is there any preference? In fact, tell us what is happening.
No, I think, in this instance, have been used to having a peaceful elections. We haven't in any way encountered any of such disturbances like other places that we see in the past, maybe like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. This place, we are like a community, like a family. So everybody knows itself. So I don't think there's any of such happening here. So everything is going on fine here.
So you're promising us that to be a peaceful election at this particular unit?
Definitely.
To what unit are you voting?
004.
Meanwhile, there were also claimed that political talks were bribed and sent to distract voting in areas showing strong support for the All Progress Grand Alliance (APGA). However, youth in the area reportedly mobilized to protect polling center, resisting attempts to manipulate the outcome. Despite the tension and allegation of endorsement, APGA eventually emerged victorious in Onitsha North, Onitsha South and Oka North, Oka South. The result, according to many residents, reflects the courage and determination of voters who stood firm to defend their vote and uphold the democratic process. Still on the update, let's go on a short break and I'll be right back. Don't forget, this is Anambra election update on Pechilly television. My name is Karen James. When you see something, you see something. That's what would be the turnout.
Welcome to Pechillyinvestigative Media. Here, we don't just tell stories, we make headlines happen. We bring you reliable news publications that keep you informed and ahead.
As media consultants, we shape messages that connect and inspire. We dig deep, uncovering the truth others overlook. Through media podcasts, we spark conversations that matter. We craft advertisements that get your brand noticed.
Through powerful stories and grand celebrations, we honor culture, we honor excellence.
Pechillyinvestigative Media, where truth meets innovation.
Welcome back to the update on the election. My name is Karen James. The new elected governor has been announced to the general public that the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuemeka Abi, will elect back to the office, has extended on olive branch to the opponent following his resounding victory in Saturday's governorship election. Addressing journalists at his country home in Sofia, Agwato local government area, Governor Soludo described his re-election as a strong vote of confidence from the people of Indiana. The governor-elect, who secured 75% of the total vote, said the outcome was a clean show of solidarity and a mandate to continue his transformation agenda. Soludo thanked the people of Indianambra for what he called a renewal of employment, noting that his administration is now ready to shift from Gear 3 to Gear 4 in delivering development. He also commended President Bola Tinubu for upholding democratic values and allowing the will of the people to prevail. Professor Soludo further thanked the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and its new chairman for what he termed a credible and transparent election, adding that over 99% of results were upheld on the iRev portal within hours.
My name is Chief Dr. Onwemonde Nwokoye, the Ikemba of Okpoto Kingdom.
Okay, with what have been happening around, what have you noticed about the election?
What I noticed about the election is people are doing their voting. Is ongoing, and peace. There's peace. Everybody is comporting himself from what I'm seeing.
Now compare 2021 election and this election of 2025. What would you say is the improvement that has happened so far?
The improvement is massively, more especially in security aspect of it. Before, you know how it used to be, but today everybody is voting with the full confidence. You can see people going around and exercise their right by voting a candidate of their choice.
Except, can I ask you a question?
Good.
Where did you vote?
I vote Apuga now.
Where did you vote? Polling unit?
My polling unit is 04. That was 4 at the Pampam here.
What advice to the general public in terms of this voting?
My advice to the general public is let them go and vote their vote. They should go and cast their vote, and they should vote wisely. Otherwise, when you say your vote for a wrong candidate, you face a bad government.
And talking about selling of votes, we realized that there were some party agents that were lobbying, literally giving money to electorate.
We didn't witness it in our area here, because mainly people are in the main market. Don't they have money now? What are they going to? How much are they going to collect for? But the president didn't have money to give the people in the market. They are rich people. They are only voting for a good candidate who will give the road network. You see the road you are standing here now. This road was built by someone, and it's a good governance that brought it. So when you go and sell your vote just because of 1 naira, before you cannot drive your car safely here. You have to park at somewhere bridge or Opiweka to start trekking to main market. But today you can drive your car inside main market and park somewhere and go to your shop. So what you are here is not even the party. We are voting for the good candidate, which is Professor Chachukwu Masoludo Olatuegu, because I know he has more to do. He has shown it already, and he has more to do.
Afam bụ Mr. Callistus Onyebuchi Okonkwo. Ogodonobi Ekwulọbịa. Mụwawo Vice Chairman Modern Market here, ebe a nọ. That is it.
Okay, so far, gịnị ka ị notice na election a na-eme taa to compare between 2021 and 2025?
The margin is far,
Okay.
very, very far,
Okay.
in terms of security and otherwise.
Okay.
And we're a large turn up of voters this time around than 2021.
Okay.
And people comport themselves unlike before, security and otherwise. There's no gragra, there's no dragging of vote ballot box or whatsoever than that of 2021. My advice is everybody should vote for his conscience, for future tomorrow, not for selfishness. Because if you eat today, you couldn't eat tomorrow, it's even worse for you. But continuous eating is the best way. Vote for the best candidate. And that best candidate is the one we know already because of his good work so far, road network, infrastructure, uh, in the educational section, and healthcare as well, being the president government.
This is a moment to say congratulations to Ndi Anambra. You have spoken. 4 years ago, you spoke. Give us your mandate. And then, because Anambra experimented the first time with beavers in that election, extremely very low turnout. You elected us with 112,000 votes. This one, you spoke loudly. This election and this victory is not just victory, it is history, man. Big history. Because in the history of Anambra's politics, you look at the bit in terms of the percentage of registered voters that voted in this election, about 22%. Never before. You've broken the 20% glass ceiling, as it were. In terms of percentage of votes actually also made to any incumbent. This is the third time a governor has been re-elected in Anambra's history since the beginning of this republic, since 1990. In 2010, you re-elected a governor with about 31% of the votes. In 2017, you re-elected a governor with 56% of the votes. In this one, we are very emphatic, very, very emphatic, by re-electing a governor. Yours sincerely, and my deputy, Dr. Onyeka Chukwuibezim, with 73%. We're very humbled by this, a show of solidarity, show of support, and you are very emphatic statement that you stand with us. We applied for this job. You employed us 4 years ago, and we were sworn in probably three and a half years ago. And all I can say to you, like we said throughout the campaign, is that you haven't said anything yet. Well, look at the results. We only lost out of 326 wards, electoral wards. We lost only 6. Only 6 wards. And out of 326, so probably about 321. 21 local governments over 21. So we used to say 21 over 21. This one will probably be talking in terms of the wards. About 97%, 98% of the wards that you secured. Very emphatic statement by Ndi Anambra. Like I said before, we're very humbled. And like we said all through the campaign, the Americans will say you ain't seen nothing yet. I want to say it again and again loudly. That with this trust, in partnership with all our stakeholders, partnership with you, the Anambra, in partnership with religious leaders, with our traditional and community leaders, with our traders, businessmen and women, in partnership with the petty traders, the hawkers, the wheelbarrow pushers, in partnership with the ordinary men and women of India. We, over the next 4 years, can say loudly that we ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing. As I promised you, we're turning on to gear 4, beginning from March. Probably we're now on gear 2, heading to gear 3, as it were. But we'll be getting into gear 4 from March. To you in the Anambra, once again, we will never thank you enough for renewing our employment for the next. And then again, a sense of gratitude. Gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. President Shiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, being a very true Democrat. He's demonstrated very firmly, he said so severally, at all being to guarantee free, fair, transparent election. And so we commend you and thank you, Mr. President, for being a very true Democrat. I realize that we are in a true multi-party democracy. Let the votes count. And the people spoke loudly here. To the Independent National Electoral Commission, I must very specifically thank you. And thank in particular the new INEC chairman, Professor Joash Ojo Amopitan, SAN. This is your very first outing. As the saying goes, you don't have a second chance to create a first impression. And I am very excited that your very first impression is a very emphatic one. INEC delivered, and I must say, put it on record, that since I've been participating actively in the electoral process here in Anambra, particularly since maybe 2017, when you started, experimenting with technology, every election here in Anambra has been getting better and better and better. And it is fair to say that this is the best that you have organized so far in Anambra. The by-election in August was super, and this is even a massive improvement even on that. And I therefore thank the new leadership, the leadership of INEC, all the national commissioners, the resident electoral commissioner, and all the recs that came for the election, the directors, the other staff of INEC that actually came through. There were all manner of propaganda and rumors. But some people haven't written results and they were going to swap results. They were going to do this. Aside from one or two, cases of maybe some coalition officers who made away with the result sheets were eventually being handed or gotten substitutes. I think the election was a resoundingly free, fair, transparent, and I'm sure very credible. So I appreciate INEC and say, may this be a foretaste of better things to happen, to continue to happen in our electoral system. Let me also particularly appreciate the ICT department of INEC, because by about midnight yesterday, they had uploaded more than 99% of the results from the polling units on the IREV, which is quite unprecedented. And I want to particularly single that out for commendation, because everybody was then downloading the results real time and compiling, so that by midnight, we already knew where this result was headed. So INEC, kudos to you, and may Anambra continue to win. It's the foundation to our democratic system. And then finally, to my opponents, my brothers and sisters who contested this election, this is the Anambra way. I think 16 of us were on the ballot, and obviously one person would win. And we have had fun the Anambra way. The way we fight here in Anambra, we fight as if there will be no tomorrow. But we'll still meet after the battle, after the fight, at the next wedding ceremonies and traditional weddings, funerals, and share bottles of drinks and so on and so forth and crack jokes. The Anambra spirit is different. The Anambra spirit is what unites us. Let's, in brotherhood, embrace each other, and let's move forward. I extend my hand of fellowship, and that we're prepared to work with all of you for the greater good of the Anambra. That is the only thing that drives us. That's why I applied for the job, is to be able to ensure that together, working with all of you and within the Anambra, we will leave this earth better than we met it. That's what drives us every day. And I believe that's what drove each and every one of you to apply also to serve in the Anambra. And now that the people have spoken, let's get back to work. For me, I've already no minute lost, even during the campaign. Even last night, as the collation was going on, I was even making calls. I spoke to the Commissioner for Budget last night, talking about the budget outlines that I want to start discussing from this night and so on, and even tomorrow. I am back to office, work tomorrow, as usual. It's a 24/7 assignment, and we can't wait. The Anambra cannot wait. But the job to be done is still a lot. It's an assignment with a deadline. And may Anambra continue to win. May Nigeria continue to win. God bless Anambra State. Bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
While celebrating his victory, the governor mourned the death of a councillor from Owerri's Ezukale community who was shot shortly after casting his vote. He described the incident as unfortunate and called for justice, saying the attackers came from the border area. Governor Soludo uses the occasion to reach out to the 15 other candidates who contested the election, urging them to join hands with him to build a greater Anambra. In his word, we have fought, we have had fun, but we will still meet at functions and share a drink the Anambra way. Professor Chukwuma Soludo re-election marks the beginning of his second tenure in office as the people of Anambra State reaffirmed their trust in his leadership. During the election, most traders were busy selling tomatoes and a lot of things, while other shops were under lock and key. Then, some young youths are busy playing football. This is how I say thank you for being part of today's news. This is Pechilly Television, bringing you verified election updates. I am Karen James, reporting for Pechilly.